I'm going to show you how you can create a pattern piece for a Rever collar. This is this type of collar which would stick out and then fold back along a break line to a break point. So your pattern piece is going to look something like this, and we'll also be creating a pattern piece for a facing which will look like this. I'll start by tracing around the front bodice block, and I'm going to move this dart here into the underarm position. So start by marking on your block where you want that underarm dart to go, and then start from the right hand leg and draw around the block. I'm going to mark the bust line, that will be useful later on. Come across the block at the waist, ignore this waist shaping completely, and stop when you get to that marker for your underarm dart. Pivot this dart closed by putting your pencil into the tip of the dart and pivoting that dart so that the left leg moves into the right leg position, then continuing around the block from where you stopped. I need to shorten this dart here by 1 centimetre in half scale and draw in my new dart. Next I'll add a button stand to the pattern. In full scale this would be a centimetre and a half, and in half scale I'm going to use a centimetre as that's easier to measure. Next I want to mark the break point. This will be the point at which the collar folds back, and I'm going to use my bust point here as that break point, and then draw in the buttonholes with the first buttonhole in line with the break point, and then further buttonholes further down. The buttonholes will overlap this centre front line by 3 millimeters in full scale, so I want them just to come slightly over that line when I mark them on. And I'm going to mark them at 3 centimetre intervals, and I'm just marking 3. And draw each of those buttonholes in, marking them at 1 centimetre width. Next I draw a line from the neck point, this point here, to the break point here. And I'm going to move that break point now from that centre front line out to the edge of the button stand. So this line that I've drawn now, I'm going to call that the break line. I want to draw in the Rever line on the bodice front. So that's the line, the shape that I want the collar to create as it's folded back. So for me, I'm going to draw mine on like so, and it's going to come back round to here. So that would be the shape that I would see as it's folded back. Then draw in the line that we're going to use for the facing. The facing's going to be around 7 or 8 centimetres in width, so in half scale that would be 3.5 centimetres to 4 centimetres wide. And I'm measuring that from my break line. And then just join that lower section with a curve. So I've got my line for my facing, and I've got my Rever line, which is the curved dashed line. I'm going to trace off the pattern next. I'm using baking parchment, and I want to fold back a section of that so that I can create this Rever section here, and I want that Rever section to appear over here on the pattern. If I move the paper over far enough and then fold a section back using that break line as my guide, And on that folded section, I'm going to trace the curve of the rever. And then fold it back out again. And then trace off the rest of the pattern. I'm ignoring the line of the facing for now, and I'll trace that off separately. Now I have most of the pattern piece, I can add the seam allowance and any other markings. And to finish off, I'll cut the pattern piece out. I'm going to cut around here, and then I'll show you how to cut this section so that the dart is correct in the seam allowance. Now I've cut this out, to make sure that this section's correct, fold up the dart, fold the lower leg along the line, and then bring that to match with the other line of the dart. And with that closed, cut along your outer line. Cut through the folded section and then just keep cutting. And when that opens out, you can see now the shape that you need in the seam allowance for your dart to sit flat and flush with the seam allowance. And next I'll cut my facing pattern. I'll go back to the original pattern piece and use the same method as before. So fold that back using the break line as your guide. Draw in the line of the rever. And then fold that back out again. Trace around the part of the pattern that you need, which is just up to the facing line, and then trace along the facing line. You don't need to mark the centre front or the buttonholes because they're not required on this pattern piece. On the outer edge of the rever, I'm going to add a little bit extra, and this will help the facing to sit flat when it's turned back, when it's open. So I'm just going to add about 1/2 centimetre in full scale and 1/4 centimetre in half scale, and that's just along this section here. So you can just redraw in that line, just fractionally wider, and then bring it back to the same line further down. And then this pattern piece can be labelled, so we can draw in the grain line and the other pattern markings. I've not added seam allowance on the inner edge of the facing, as this would be edge finished. To finish off, I'll just cut out the pattern piece. And that's my finished pattern piece for the facing and my finished pattern piece for the collar. So the facing piece will work by finishing this outer edge.